So here's one, thin paper, you need at least two, one which obviously is the design you're going to use and the other to use to cut the stencil. And what you do is you tape one of these to thin card or very thick paper, cut through the design where you want the open sections to be, and thereby create the stencil that then goes on the back of this. You can see the cutouts, and these foam pieces press against the front of the back box where the bulbs are, and that keeps both the stencil and the paper design pressed up against the glass, and it works fairly well. If you just try to stick the stencil and the paper together, it sags and it's not really easy to actually stick it to the glass in the centre section. So that's the purpose of these little bits of foam, to press it. You're not going to fool a pinball collector with this. But if you just want a temporary backglass, so you've got something to look at while maybe the other backglass is in store or being restored, I think it's more than good enough. Or if you just want to put your machine in the kid's bedroom or whatever, it works fine. Creating this artwork does open up some further possibilities. I like the car, but I'm not too keen on the moped motorbike this guy's riding. I think that should be a nice Lambretta scooter, mostly because in 1968, when this machine was made, I was riding a nice Lambretta scooter. So all sorts of possibilities for altering the artwork, and also the Doozie. In fact, all the yellows on the original back glass are very faded, so I've painted in the yellow much brighter and changed the overall colour of the back glass purple very slightly to my liking. And the bottom of the original back glass has got lots of damage just along the bottom section there, and obviously easy to touch in on Photoshop. The paper prints are cheap. So looking from the back with the mask on and with the light the other side, you can see that the mask has a strip cut out at the top there, and I've pasted on pieces of paper with each of the numbers on. That Williams sign will need something similar, and the centre of the D and O's in Doozie, and so on. All in play, it's just been cut out. Similarly, Game Over has a patch in there, and the tilt. So these pieces are done as separate small pieces of paper with apertures cut in the main mask, and I'm doing the same. This strip down the side will be the ball in play. Okay, well, here are the ball in play numbers, and need 5 there, and now to chop them up. Now that's done, just tip those in there gently and see if they're in the right position now. So now I've got the ball in play numbers, but as you can see they'll need some further masking, but at least we know which ball we're playing now. black frame's been retouched. And we've also got some splatter paint on that front edge now, still being added, one dot at a time. So here's the repro back glass switched on, but with full room lighting. The original back door was missing, and there was an MDF board door, and I've painted that silver. Not sure whether I've made any video shots of the inside of the back box, but here we are. Obviously pretty much okay, it's all working. No anomalies as far as I can work out. I have to put the games on manually at the moment. Need to sort out an alternative to that. Now, you'll see up here, there's a bell missing. Where are we? There we are. There's a striker, but no bell. So I'm looking for that bell. At some point, I'll make a fair effort to get one. I like to have these things complete. Always get a bit dusty, these Jones plug connectors and wires. I'll try to clean those up a little bit at some point. Channel was not clean, it was rusty. Now it's cleaned up, and of course new bolts there to hold the back box on. Still a little cleaning to do, see some staining there, but it's actually not too bad now. There's one label there, needs tidying up. One up there, note to the serviceman about how to remove the glass, back glass, and the back door number. Decided to clean the flippers, so taken off the flipper button. Not nice. That's never been cleaned. That's better. Managed to break one of the circlips, and of course didn't have the right size, so pack of replacement circlips here. So with the new circlips, I can now remove that twisted copper wire that's holding the button. I cleaned up the trough for the tilt bore, even though it won't be used. It was pretty rusty and horrible, and also the brass tilt control and bob down there, and that button too, the other flipper button. And I started cleaning up the bottom of the cabinet, but I'll wait to do that properly when I've taken this board out, because that still hasn't had a clean, and it definitely needs to be done.